Hey Hokie Nation, this is head football coach Brent. Name, image, and likeness has created an unprecedented opportunity for you to play an active role in bringing championships back to Blacksburg. I'm asking you to be part of the team. Go to TriumphNIL.com today and become a monthly subscriber. Your support is critical to keeping Virginia Tech competitive and relevant on a national scale. We can be as good as we decide to be. Thanks for doing your part at TriumphNIL.com and go Hokies.
Virginia Tech knocks off Boston College 48-22 as we welcome you into the Triumph NIL Postgame show. Mitch Gerber alongside Coach Crook. Coach, your biggest takeaway from this victory is what?
I tell you, it was a great team game, team win. Defense played great. Special teams was great, helped us out a lot. The offense, we were clicking on a lot of different cylinders, and when you have days like that, man, it's a lot of fun.
You talk about the offense clicking on a lot of different cylinders. 600 yards of total offense today. What was specifically clicking?
Well, I think we did a good job of taking what was given to us. I mean, it was in the passing game. We had a couple big plays, had the quarterback out on the edge. We were able to run the ball up inside some. So there's a lot of different things that occurred, but we were able to keep it simple and just run our offense and be who we are.
The offensive line looked to play with an edge today from the start. Obviously, coming out with that interception from Dorian starts the impact on this one. But for you guys as an offensive unit, what was your message to your specific unit this week?
Well, I don't think we had a different message than we've had all along. You mentioned playing with an edge. We always talk about that. We talk about trying to be the more physical team. Week in and week out, that's our goal. And certainly when it happens, you can see it. The results show. Sometimes it's tough because the game goes differently, and you're not in a position where you can keep running your offense. You got to do something different for various reasons. So defense was able to play great today and keep us on the field, keep their offense off the field. So we had a lot of opportunities to have success.
How do you guys carry this into the next game as you finish up the regular season at home, or for the final home game rather, against NC State?
We'll certainly hope that going back home we're able to build on this, and playing in front of the best fans in the country again is going to be exciting for us. And to go back there with a win and go in the right direction and having great momentum, couldn't be more excited.
Once again, 48-22, the final score here in Boston, Massachusetts. Stay tuned for more on the Triumph NIL Postgame Show.
Hi, this is Emma Lemley, and I'm a junior on the softball team.
This is Natalie Mitchell, sophomore on the women's soccer team.
This is Jennifer Arogo on the high-tech stance team.
This is Cassie Grizzard, a sophomore on the softball team.
Help me help the kids of Southwest Virginia win the fight against childhood cancer.
Please go to fightingkidscancer.com to learn more and donate today.
Even $10 will help save a child's life.
Help save the life of a child fighting cancer in Southwest Virginia. Donate any amount today at liferainfoundation.org.
Hey Hokie Nation, it's Emma Polkowski, junior on the Virginia Tech women's soccer team. Follow my channel on TriumphNIL.com and subscribe today.
Our live coverage from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts continues as we visit with head coach Brent. Coach, over 600 yards of total offense on the dot today. You hold them to 124 yards on the ground. What's running through your head after this victory?
I'm just so proud of everybody. It was tough coming out of that Louisville loss, and I think the kids really bounced back. The coaches bounced back, got a good plan. Boston College is a good football team. They're on a hot streak. We're at their house. The odds were against us, and good plans, good execution. And what I'm most proud of is the temperament and attitude we played with from the get-go.
What was the difference today with that temperament and attitude from the get-go?
I think it was a want to. Nobody felt good about last week. And not that we lost the game so much. I mean, that's always hurtful, but the way we lost it. And we didn't put our best foot forward. So, it was important that we battled back.
You talk about that game plan. Let's start on the offensive side of the football. What stuck out to you today about the offensive performance?
Yeah, you run for 363 yards. It makes a lot of other things pretty easy, But we're being aggressive with our play calls, and the kids are executing. And I think the offensive line has gotten better and better each week. That's making a difference. You got a couple of backs that can really run the ball, break tackles, and take it to distance. And then obviously, our receivers are playing well. Our tight end is playing well. And Kyron, he's a game changer.
One thing that I don't think is being talked about enough at this point in time is the special teams unit. Coming up with that onside kick, John Love tacks on a couple of field goals. What stuck out to you about that unit?
Yeah, again, that's complimentary ball. And we talk each and every week that this phase has to help us win the game. And how can you do that? The bunt was an important play. We've been practicing for a couple of weeks. And Coach Holt's always aggressive with me on wanting to, win and why, how we should do it. And it was the right time. We needed to get on top of these guys with some possessions. They're a ball control offense. They had a couple of long drives in the game, but we needed to steal some possessions, and the takeaways early plus the bunt gave us a chance to get out front on them.
Dorian strong with two of those takeaways today. How much of a difference maker is he out there on the field?
Yeah, he's covered really well all season. And, today he undercut the first one, was able to get in front of the guy and snag the ball. And then the other one, he did a great job looking back for the ball after being in good position.
48-22, the final score here in Chestnut Hill as our live coverage continues on the Triumph NIL Postgame Show.
Hey Hokie Nation, this is Marcita, a sophomore on the High Techs. Follow my channel on TriumphNIL.com and subscribe today.
Hi, this is Alan Tisdale, Virginia Tech linebacker. I'm asking you to join me in the fight against pediatric cancer and blood disorders in Southwest Virginia. Far too often, kids in our region don't have the tools they need to beat cancer and disease. The Lifeline Foundation is joining Carillion Clinic to help bring critical resources to Southwest Virginia. Go to fightingkidscancer.com right now and make a monthly donation of any amount. Be part of the solution. Together we can help more kids triumph over cancer.
Checking in with offensive lineman Parker Clements as Virginia Tech knocks off Boston College 48-22. Parker, for you guys specifically as an offensive unit, putting up 600 yards of total offense today. Let's start up front. That's where it starts, in the trenches. What specifically was working for you guys today?
Oh yeah, that was preached all week, and Coach Pride definitely challenged us this week about getting the run game going, establishing a dominant run game, and it all starts up front, taking the fight to them, and I think we answered the bell today. So.
What was Coach Pride's message to you guys afterwards as a program?
Yeah, just like that we answered his challenges and stuff, and he's excited for us, and got a good one coming up this week with NC State, so we're looking forward to that.
Well, before we talk about NC State, obviously you guys did a lot to be able to be successful on the football field today, 600 yards of total offense, as I mentioned. When you look at the pass game, when you look at the run game, Coach talks about complementary football. For you guys up front, what was the difference in making sure that happened from a complementary game plan standpoint?
Like I said, just as an offensive line unit, accepting our job, and like I said, he challenged us. I feel like we answered it. And when you get the run game going, like you said, complementary football, it opens up the whole offense. And the defense played great today too. Like you said, the whole complementary part, we can play off each other. Dorian Strong's interception to start the game was huge. I know we didn't go and get a touchdown like we always want, but to get points on the board, they matter. So.
The defensive side of the football holds Boston College to 124 yards on the ground today. I know you're sitting over on the sideline offensive unit, getting ready for the next time you're coming out. But when you have a chance to watch those guys, how much of an impact did they have on today's game? Oh, huge. We can go in and get 3 and outs, or get us in good field position. We get the ball in 30, 40 of our own territory and go down, and we can make some flip the field and make some plays and get some points on the board. It always puts us in a better position instead of we're backed up. So. All right, so you talked about NC State. That's the next and final home game of the 2023 season. How do you keep this momentum going throughout the week, not just next Saturday?
I say just attack practice like we did this week and don't let off the gas. They always say keep your foot on the gas. So that's what we're trying to do. Attack the week the same way we did this week. We had a good week of preparation. So take every day as a practice rep, but meaning in a game rep, and go get it done. So.
That's Parker Clements as once again Virginia Tech knocks off Boston College 48-22. Stay tuned for more on the Triumph NIL Postgame Show.
Hey Hokie Nation, this is Rachel Philman in support of the Hokie Way. The Hokie Way is a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to create opportunities for Virginia Tech student athletes like me to leverage our name, image, and likeness on behalf of important charitable organizations. To learn more and make a tax-deductible donation, go to thehokieway.org.
Hey Hokie Nation, it's Allie George, junior on the Virginia Tech women's soccer team. Follow my channel on TriumphNIL.com and subscribe today.
Checking in with Dorian Strong as we wrap up our coverage from Chestnut Hill on the Triumph NIL postgame show. Dorian, let's start with the 2 interceptions today. Walk us through the first one. Obviously a great way to start the game for you guys, a big momentum shifter early.
Yeah, that was the first play of the game. So it was crazy, but just from once I lined up to once I got the call and once we made all our communications, boom, they checked to something. And once quarterback snapped the ball, I seen the play on film, and once the receiver just took 2 steps, I already knew kind of what it was going to be and what most likely the route combination was going to be. So once boom, stayed on the near hip, and then once I saw the ball thrown, Coach Jones teach us to undercut that thing, catch the ball.
For you, how rewarding is it to put in the film study and come up and see a play like that? You know, okay, this is the play that's happening for you. How rewarding is that?
It's very rewarding because just like film can also deceive you sometimes too. You'll see the same formation, but it'll be a whole different play. So it's good that my film study actually played off.
Let's walk us through the second interception.
All right, bet. So the second one, DC, we made our communication, and basically I was in man coverage and I was coming down, and cool. The receiver, he outside released, and then I was running with him, and I heard everybody on the sideline just scream, "Ball, ball, ball!" And that's when I got my head around, and I saw the ball. It was looking weird in the air, but once I tracked it, and then it was a little behind me, I caught it, and I was just happy I'm catching these things for real.
When you walk back over the sideline both times, obviously your defensive unit and the team as a whole is electric and putting all of their energy into you. What was running through your head after those 2 interceptions on the sideline?
Man, I was really just ecstatic that I caught them. I've been putting in extra work, just making sure on the jugs, having quarterbacks throw the ball to me and stuff like that after practice. But I'm just through the roof that I was able to secure the takeaway for the team and set up the offense to go down and score. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I did today.
You guys hold Boston College to 124 yards rushing on the ground. What does that say about this defensive unit moving forward?
It says a lot. I mean, week in, week out, we know what we have to. We have known what we are having to do, and we just have to execute. It's really just us. Like I said before, it's really just us. It's not nobody. It's not nothing that anybody is doing to us. It's just us. If we play our brand of football, we can't be stopped.
Coach Pry was visiting with us earlier and talking about how you guys jumped off to a quick start today. What do you think the difference was there that allowed you guys, and you specifically, to jump out and get that interception right away?
Shoot, man, I don't know. We was doing a lot of weird stuff Friday night. And just this morning, it was a lot of new weird stuff. So I guess, shoot, man. And I think just everybody's mentality, and it's really I think it's just the mindset that we went out there with. Everybody, the coaches, the leaders on the team, the captains, we've all been harping throughout the whole week. Make sure we had that mindset once we go on the road, because we already know what the narrative is. And shoot, it's one game down from the narrative. So I mean, it's big time.
48-22, the final score is Virginia Tech will now turn the page and take on NC State in the final home game of the 2023 season next Saturday. That's going to do it for this edition of the Triumph NIL Postgame Show.